Hello everyone. Welcome to the weekly wrap. As you can see, not happy at all. Not happy at all. Welcome to another weekly wrap. Here with me, KP tonight. I don't know where to start. Let's read a few of these chats. Who's here first? GT. I'll just change the gain on this. How's that microphone now? Is that a bit better, guys? Is that a bit lower? GT23 says, let's go. Rob says, if I was a United supporter, I'd be pissed at the penalty. I'd be penalty pissed off. If that was a City penalty, then there's a penalty at every corner. What the fuck is going on? Red card to every damn substandard referee, Rob says. There you go. Zakal says, hi, KP and everyone on the live chat tonight. Hey, Zakal, how are you? Listen, I didn't think it was a penalty either. We'll get into that. But aside from that, City, Haaland should have scored 4 goals anyway. Like, the penalty was irrelevant, really. It was I thought it was a crap decision. I don't know how we went and looked at that and thought it was a penalty either. But we go on and on about this, like Rob just said, every week with these ridiculous referees. And, yeah, it's just like we have to keep putting up with it. But we will definitely talk about that decision. I thought it was a terrible decision, but it was irrelevant to the game, really. But yeah, everyone knows I'm upset. Here we are for the weekly wrap, guys. If you're new, please like, share, subscribe. I'm just going to start a poll here before we get going. I'm just going to start a little poll. Even though not everyone is a Man United fan, but I'm going to do this. Can Ten Hag is around at let's start this poll. What we think of that. Get the live chat up there. All right, let's get into this. How's everyone doing tonight? Before we get going, how's everyone going? Rob is obviously happy because Man City got the win. Chris will be here. I'm sure he's happy because Tottenham is still winning. All right, I'm going to bring up the results on what Rob said then. Only Maguire could cause that type of defensive chaos. Missing a clearing header, he is just awful. All right, let's bring up where are they? We'll bring up the results. All right, that's the results of the week, guys. Aston Villa 3-1. We're definitely going to talk about that. I know it was Luton, but they're looking real good. GT definitely happy too. They had a good result. Brighton, they'd be a bit disappointed with that. Liverpool very happy. Obviously City happy. Arsenal very happy. Me and Rob, I think, both did tip 4+ for that game. But West Ham, Everton, I don't think me and Rob got that one right. Burnley, they're just not looking good. Newcastle will be upset about drawing a Wolves. Palace, they lost to Spurs at top. And Chelsea lost at home. I watched that. It was unbelievable. So, let's get that off. GT says, I'm happy. Chris says, hey, South Africa are champions in the Rugby World Cup. Zakal says, there you go. Is that Rugby League or Rugby Union, Zakal? And Chris says, go Spurs. All right. The only one that we can touch on, first off, I'll bring them up again, is John Mario. Maraui? How should I pronounce that, man? Maraui? John Maraui says, shitty United. Absolutely, I'm a United fan and they were terrible. Is that Johnny Carlton? Johnny! Is he a Man United fan? Johnny Carlton. Carlton's never actually met me, but I am KP, but I've seen you many times on there with the boys. Thanks for popping in. Yellow card to Rob for having way too much faith in Chelsea. Yes. I'm not a Man United fan. There you go. He's not a Man United fan. But good to see you here, Johnny. I'll call you Johnny Carlton. Johnny Carlton is very wild. But let's get on to United. First thing. I agree with Rob. Rob is a Man City fan saying it. The penalty decision was... I don't even know what to say about that penalty decision. It was farcical, really. It was a ridiculous... I don't know how a ref goes to a screen, watches it, and they freeze framed it in the stupidest moment that's a penalty. And this got nothing to do with the result, as I'm going to touch on, but how that's a penalty is beyond me. I don't know in what. Yeah, that's not a pen, Johnny says. Johnny Carlton. Spot on, Johnny. No, who does Johnny... Tell us who you go for, Johnny. Hi, Johnny G. That's not Johnny G, Zakal. That's Johnny Carlton. Remember, he's been on the footy streams. Oh, by the way, you make an appearance in the best of AFL vid. Why didn't you tell him, man, before you put it up? He does make a few appearances. But yeah, back to it. Farcical decision for the penalty, which didn't change the outcome of the game because Haaland should have scored 5 goals anyway. But how a referee goes to a screen and says, yep, that's a penalty, after he didn't give it, he could have went there and said, no, that is not a penalty. I don't care. Yeah, I've gone to the screen, whatever, rah, rah. But now goes and gives a penalty. Ridiculous decision. Who, me? Yes, you do make an appearance, but who do you support, young man, John? Who do you support in the EPL? We know you're Johnny Carlton, but who do you support? It's up on our channel, man. If you go into the channel, I could have got a link up, but yeah, it's on the video. It's not in the live. I'll put a link up right now, all right? I'll put a link up. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to put a link up here so everyone can check out that video because we do want everybody to check out that video. So I'll put it best of footy podcast, share, copy link. We do want everyone to watch that, so I'll put that there. Hoyland should have scored 2. Poor finishing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's going to get better. Oh, I don't want to speak about my team. Ah, who's your team then? Chelsea. He's a Chelsea fan because they're blue. He's a Chelsea fan because they're blue. Has to be. All right, that's the link there, guys. Check that out. We do want everyone to watch that video. It was a really good video. Chris put a lot of effort into that. I even make an appearance on it, which is hilarious. But yeah, back to it. There's one thing I've been critical of him. I've never disagreed with anything Erik ten Hag has done until last night. But that's if I even believe him. He got interviewed in the pre-match interview, and they said, Eric, what is the decision behind Johnny Evans playing instead of Raphael Varane and Lindelof, who was a centre-back, playing left-back instead of Sergio Reguilon? And he goes, I watched it, he goes, tactics. You know, with his accent, tactics. So he said it was tactics. Now, you know what? I don't actually believe him. I've got a feeling that Varane and Reguilon were not right to play the whole games, because if he's picking Johnny Evans, who even when Johnny Evans was at his best, you never pick ahead of Raphael Varane, and Victor Lindelof, a centre-back at left-back who can't kick with his left foot most of the time, over your left-back, then I don't know what's going on. That's almost borderline. You got to go. If he's actually doing that as tactics, that's ridiculous. But to be honest, I don't think I even believe him. I think there's something happened there and he just did it to cover his players. So yeah, but in saying that, Man City toyed with us. They played with us. They, as my title says, they embarrassed us at Old Trafford. We didn't give a whimper. Like, you got, I don't know, like, we gave nothing. Just, it was a terrible game. Man City still looking good. As we're going to talk about, the other team, agree, Maguire on, Varane on the bench, what the fuck, yeah. Pressure on Ten Hag for someone else. Yeah, listen, I don't want him to be sacked, but this is a reoccurring thing. It happened with Mourinho. When he was close to getting sacked, he started doing all these weird decisions because I think he was trying to say to the board, well, I'm going to play the players that you've left me and show you how good they are, and they're crap. Van Gaal did it. Ranić did it. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how. So, okay, sorry, I'm back. I was watching the video. Well done, Johnny. You're Johnny Chelsea, aren't you? I know it. I can feel it that you're Johnny Chelsea because they're blue. Chelsea, I reckon. Johnny Chelsea. Did you figure out my team? I think you're Johnny Chelsea because they're blue. C for Carlton, C for Chelsea, blue for Carlton, blue for Chelsea. Yeah, knew it. I knew it. There you go. But what we'll do is, talked about the City United game. I don't know. The funniest thing about it is talking about, no, I meant did the Glazers put pressure on 10? I think he had to play Maguire, Rob, because we've had no one else. It's either Maguire or Evans. But why didn't he pick Varane? Because Varane played in the Champions League with Maguire. They started together and we won. Narrow win, but we won. And then what, he doesn't play against City? I don't get that. So I think something happened to him. I agree with Maguire's had to be playing because we haven't got any play. Martinez injured. Lindelof, he could have played Lindelof. I don't know what's going on. But a real stupid decision. The Evans thing. Evans, he just got relegated with Leicester. For Christ's sake. So, yeah, I don't know. Don't know what's going on there. I think what I don't understand is I watched his Ajax team. I mean, I watched them make a Champions League semi-final. Ajax in the relegation zone without him. So, something's, I don't know what's going on there. See, Johnny says he has no clue, but I don't agree with that. Like, he made a Champions League semi-final. He won, I think, 2 out of 3 leagues in Holland. And he's left Ajax, and they're in disarray. Like, they're about to get relegated, like I said. So, he's like Ken Hinkley in the finals. I don't know about that. But, yeah, so I don't know what it is. Are the Man United players just not as good as everyone thinks they are? Because Mourinho struggled with them. Van Gaal struggled with them. I mean, Ole's not a big-time coach, but struggled with them. Yeah, there you go. They put 5 past them. I heard Rafael van der Vaart come out and said, he goes, this is the first time ever in our history. He goes, we got to worry about not getting relegated right now. So, obviously, Ten Hag did something right there because they're in disarray without Ten Hag. So, but he's got to take a bit of a note maybe from Ange, from Roberto De Zerbi. They've been there less than him, and their teams are playing how they want them to play. So, and I don't want to hear the excuse. I heard some other YouTubers saying, we got a ball-playing goalkeeper and we don't have the defenders that can play it. That's a load of shit. I'm sorry to any of you that say that, because Roberto De Zerbi's got Lewis Dunk playing the ball out from the back. You telling me Lewis Dunk is better than Rafael Varane? Nowhere near him. Rafael Varane won 4 Champions Leagues playing for Zinedine Zidane in a ball-playing team that was playing out from the back. So I don't want to hear any of that crap. Something's not right there. He's either got to turn around and say, you know what? Whoever's not with me, then you're against me. Go with the reserves. You don't want to play my way. You don't want to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out fighting. And I'm not going to pick whoever that may be. It could be Rashford, could be Maguire, whoever it is. You're not with me. There's the reserves. And let's start getting a bit of hard, coaching back in. Like, I don't understand. Good point, KP. Ange's proof of that. Exactly. And other first-time coaches. Yeah, exactly. Like De Zerbi. Like I said, they've both been there less. Like, in saying that, the stat came out today. If Ten Hag wins next week, he's going to be the quickest Man United manager to 50 wins in the Premier League era. So that's quicker than Sir Alex, quicker than Jose Mourinho, quicker than Louis van Gaal. David Moyes wouldn't even have got there. Ole, quicker than Ole. So, in saying that, that means he really overachieved last year. We won a trophy. And if he's going to get to that quicker than Sir Alex, quicker than Mourinho, quicker than Van Gaal, guys that have got 2, 4, 5, 6 Champions Leagues between them, and how many trophies between them, that means he's doing something right. It's just right now, it's struggling to be implemented and he's got to sort it out. So, listen, I don't want him to get sacked, but we will move on. Fulham next week. I'll tip United to win. Barcelona introduced 2 to 3 academy teenagers. Exactly. Like, I know we had Mainu. Eric Ten Hag wanted to play Mainu. He introduced Garnacho last year, who's gone on leaps and bounds. So, he did that. Mainu got injured. He wanted to play him. He's been playing Hannibal Mabry. So, we'll see how that goes. Mudryk has 2 goals this season. Rashford, Højlund, Martial, Anthony, and Garnacho combined. Yeah, I know. Terrible, man. Terrible. Højlund scored 3 in the Champions League. To his credit, you got to give him that. 3 Champions League goals for a 19-year-old. And he scored for his country. Rashford has scored for his country too. And it was a great goal the other day for England. Comes to United, nothing. But I'll continue to go on about this game all night. And as we know, it's not a Manchester United show anymore. It is a Premier League show. So I'm going to put that there. Done with it. Let's move on. Yes, Johnny, Haaland has scored more goals than me. Yeah, scored more goals than our whole team. I mean, so what is that? I just said I'm going to stop talking about it, but I'll say it again. Like, you got Bruno, who's a stat padder for his whole career. This year can't buy a goal or an assist. And he still created the most chances in the Premier League this year. And we can't score. So work that out. Rashford last year, 30 goals. Can't buy a goal. I know Haaland's young. Anthony, I mean, he can't even kick a ball, let alone buy a goal. And people are defending him. Give me a break, man. Learn how to kick with your right foot and then go play for Man United. Eh? Absolute joke. You know, we signed Amrabat. Did I miss the memo with this guy? I don't know. Rob, someone tell me. Did I miss the memo with Amrabat? Like, they're going on about this guy like he's going to come in. He's prime Claude Makelele. The guy's terrible. I don't know what's going on. You know, Casemiro's injured. Varane's been out. So we've got no Martinez, no Varane. If you look at the game last night, De Gea's been replaced. So that's still changing your keeper. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was first team last year. No, he didn't start. Lisandro Martinez didn't start. Varane didn't start. Luke Shaw didn't start. So the whole back five is different as to the team that won a trophy last year. Casemiro, injured. So that's 6, not there. So does Erik ten Hag even have his team attacking, home to defensive? Johnny says you guys are clueless. Bruno on the right. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, he was doing it last year and getting away and doing it with quality, Johnny. That's the problem. Listen, I don't think it's all Eric's fault. Like, we know, you come from the school of Ajax, you know tactics. And like I said, you can see with the way Ajax are right now, that Eric knows what he's doing. I mean, they were talking about him as a replacement for Pep, for Christ's sake. Like, it's just, United is a bit of a poison chalice, as we all know, as it was in 1989 when Sir Alex took over. We didn't win the league for 27 years. It was a poison chalice then. And he came in and started winning to get back to that Sir Matt Busby days, the Busby babes, you know? And now it's a poison chalice again. You know, like, it's, the owners are terrible. Like, they did this thing, the 25% with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He wants to pull out of that now because he's realizing he's getting a shit deal. The club is in disarray. It's absolutely in disarray. And I know I'm going on a rant about it now, and I said I was going to get off United, but they are in complete disarray. It's a shame. I hope Sir Jim actually pulls out and it just keeps getting worse. I know it's my team and I don't want us to lose, but I would rather we get relegated and the Glazers go for that reason. I just hope it keeps getting worse and they just keep losing money. Like I've said before, how a bunch of parasites like that can take the biggest sporting institution in the world and turn it into what they've turned it into is an absolute disgrace. And it doesn't help Eric, it doesn't help the players, it doesn't help the people in charge, you know. Even everyone hates them, Richard Arnold, John Murtagh, but the Glazers are putting them there. What are they meant to do? Their hands are tied. So what you're saying is, let me ask you this. You can ask me anything, man. Glazers out. Exactly. I'll put that in there. Hashtag Glazers out. Absolutely. Maybe there is an argument for too many games, too many injuries across. They've said that about United. We are suffering from last year, from the games. We got all these internationals because we got to the quarters of the Europa, right? So we played, what's that work out to, Rob? 85% of the games in Europe, which are more in Europe anyway because we played an extra one to knock out Barcelona because we finished second, right? We made the final of the Carabao Cup, final of the FA Cup, 38 games in the Premier League. So we played effectively like 95% of possible games because we didn't play semi-final of Europa, which we pretty much didn't play 3 games that we could have played. We played every other game because we made the final of everything that we're in. And yeah, Onana or De Gea, Dalot or Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Shaw or Reguilon, Maguire or Martinez. Listen, I think going forward, Onana will be good, but I would have kept De Gea. De Gea, I think it's proving... Listen, he's a club legend. All these people that slandered him, he was the Golden Glove last year. There was a point for a 3-year period where he was the best goalkeeper in the world. People might not remember that now, but he was. And people might not be as old as me to remember that Sir Alex signed him for his ball-playing ability. That's what he said. And then he went on to be the best shot stopper we've ever seen. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Dalot or Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Aaron Wan-Bissaka played better last year. I would go him. Sure, definitely over Reguilon, but I don't have a problem with Reguilon. I think it's good that we brought him in, and definitely Martinez over Maguire. Mount, Amrabat, McTominay. You can't make top 5. Yeah, I agree. Listen, McTominay's crap. All these goals have been papering over the cracks. In a game the other week, me and Rob talked about it. He got 8 passes in a whole game of football. That's shit. Mount, listen, everyone is jumping on him because he's the new signing, but he's only played, it's 11 games into his Man United career. You've got to give him more time, I feel, with him. Amrabat as well, but I really think I've missed the memo with him. I haven't seen him play good yet. And people are like, oh, he had a good World Cup, but you know what? I love the World Cup, but the World Cup is not the standard anymore like it used to be 20, 30, 40. It was the best competition in the world, the best players. I mean, the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or didn't even play in the World Cup. Benzema didn't play. Mane didn't play. And who was third? I can't remember now. But, you know, like, it's not... The Champions League is the best, is the toppest, the highest quality football now. You know, that's all there is to it. Tell me out of these 4 that can give you, like, Bruno Guimaraes or like Maddison. Out of those 4 that can give you like a Bruno. Listen, Bruno Fernandes is a good player. He shows it for Portugal. He showed it for United. When he come in, the impact he had at United, we haven't seen that for years. You know, he's created the most chances in the league since he's been in the league, Bruno. So if we had a Haaland that was scoring them, you'd be seeing this ridiculous amount of assists. So tell me out of those 4. No, Maddison came into a new team and he's won Premier League player. I agree, but so did Bruno. Look back to when Bruno Fernandes, he won 3 player of the months in a row, I think, in his first 3 months when he came to Man United. So we're forgetting that. You can't say that BS new team first year. No, I'm not saying that. Not saying that at all. I'm saying, like, you look at Bruno, when Fernandes first came to United, go look at it, what he did. I mean, he scored 20 goals, 20 assists for 2 years straight. So, listen, it's good what Maddison's doing. It's a breath of fresh air for him, new club. I think it's, you know, I know what he did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Maddison. I said Mount, not Maddison. And I didn't say about first year. Oh, I don't know. You do. Some people settle quicker than others. Like you see that in football. Yeah. You're saying Mount is a new club. You got it. Yeah, you do. You do say that because whether you like this or not, I know you're more into football, but and Chris might not like to hear this, but Rob can touch you on this. Performing for Tottenham is completely different to performing for Manchester United. We saw that with your team, Graham Potter. Getting Brighton to play good is completely different to getting Chelsea to play good. Yeah, listen, would Maddison do that at United? We'd never know. But coming in at Man United and doing, you know, what he's doing at Tottenham, it's a completely different kettle of fish. You know, Tottenham, I know they're top of the Premier League right now, but in pressure-wise, clubs, they're not in Man United's stratosphere. It's not even close. There's no pressure on him. I'm telling you that. There's no pressure on him. That's why they went for a manager like our Aussie Ange, mate. because they want to give it. There's no pressure. Ange doesn't go into United and get the time is like this. It doesn't happen. It's completely different. And people might not agree with it. I don't know what Rob thinks, but we've seen it with so many players over how many times. You come in at United, you don't hit the ground running at United, even Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, maybe not City as much because they're winning. It's most Man United plays better for their country than their club, so they're not gelling as a team. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's Maddison performing for Tottenham is completely different to someone performing for United. Going there and playing good is completely different. There's no pressure compared to United. United is the most high pressure team in the world because they've got the English media. They're one of the top 3-4 biggest clubs in the world. You got your Madrid, Barcelona, Man United, Liverpool, AC Milan maybe. Like it's. But look what Ange has done. He's gone into a team, and now Richarlison, new man, Maddison, probably best midfield in the EPL. Now Son is having one of the best years. Don't worry about Harry Kane. And now I'm not taking anything from him, but look what Erik ten Hag did last year in his first year. If you're comparing first years, Erik ten Hag won a trophy and finished top 4. We're yet to see where Ange is going to finish. He might not finish top 4. He might not win it. He's already out of the cup that Erik ten Hag won in his first year. If you get what I'm saying. So if you're comparing first years, right now it's the second year. You can't even compare Ange and Erik because Erik's in his second year. And as we've seen with previous managers, Jose Mourinho, he finished second, won a trophy. Second year syndrome at United, did shit because he don't get back. Louis van Gaal got sacked after winning an FA Cup. I love Ange too, but do you understand what I'm saying? It's completely different. It's his first year. Can't compare him to Erik. Erik's second year. And like I said, Erik ten Hag won a trophy last year and made top 4, finished third. Can Ange replicate that this year? Unless he wins the FA Cup and finishes in the top 4, he hasn't had a better year than Erik did in his first year. Because Erik won a trophy that Ange gave up that trophy. We know he did. Spurs and Chelsea not in Europe. They have only one comp. Yeah, exactly. That too, Johnny. They got one game a week, barring FA Cup and League Cup. That's, Johnny Carlton is wild. I like what he's saying, but what I'm saying is you can't compare them. And I know when you're coming from, I don't know how into soccer Johnny is. I know obviously he's into Carlton, he's into footy, but there's different levels there. Like the pressure at Man United, Liverpool is completely different to any other club in that league. Even Arsenal, Chelsea. Chelsea's just probably behind them, but Arsenal, Chelsea, it's nothing compares to having to be good for United. It's a different stratosphere. But in that, off United. Let's go. Let's move. The results. The other one I want to talk about is we'll bring up Villa. Before we talk about Spurs and that. Actually, we'll do Spurs first. So Spurs, 2-1 against Palace. They had to play 2 games in 4 days, which a lot of people, I think Rob said it might be a banana skin for them. It wasn't. They won. Ange said, I think it was in the previous game, he was not happy at all after the win. He wasn't happy with it at all. But they've won both games and they're still top of the table. Ange is the most points ever for a manager in their first 10 games in the Premier League. So he broke a record there. He's top. It was 5 points clear at one stage until, City and Arsenal had their games, I believe. So still top, going into it, doing really well. As Johnny said, he's got Richarlison playing really well, Maddison playing really well. Centre-back Van de Ven, that's his name, I think Rob said. He's excellent. Pedro Porro playing really well. But again, like I've said, they've had one thing. Tottenham losing Harry Kane, everyone was like, the pressure was off Tottenham. So they're playing with no pressure. Now that they're on top, after 10 games, we're going to start seeing it. And listen, hopefully Ange does well. Now he's on top of Man United. You know what I think. I hate everyone above United. So, but listen, he's doing really well. You know, I think he's got a big game this week, even though I think it's harder that he's playing Chelsea at White Hart Lane or Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think that's this week because Chelsea at home are terrible. But we've seen they can go away and do well. So he's doing real well, like everyone's touched on. I know it probably won't happen, but imagine Ange goes undefeated. Damn says commiserations, KP. Thanks, Dan. Spurs playing out of the back will be caught out by a bigger high pressing team. Listen, we know Ange. Me and Rob, especially, we know Ange very well. He plays that risky football, and it's going to happen one day. He's going to get caught out. What are you talking about? We'll lose. Nah, no way. Look at them the week before. Look at you guys the week before. Johnny, you should have beat the title contenders, barring Robert Sanchez making a mistake. Robert Sanchez makes a mistake in the 77th minute against Arsenal. Declan Rice scores a goal from 40 yards, and then they're back in it. That one mistake doesn't happen. Chelsea beat Arsenal. I'm telling you, it will be closer at Tottenham Hotspur. Mark my words, be here. Yeah, he might be. But be here Monday night next week, and we'll see. Who's got a closer prediction, mine or yours, that you're going to get thumped? You won't get thumped, trust me. But see, I was saying that last year, Johnny. They were like, Robert Sanchez, they put him in the Spain squad ahead of De Gea, who won a Golden Glove. And I was like, who's thinking this? He's meant to be good with his feet. Oh, yeah, but he can't catch a ball. He's better than De Gea. My ass is better than De Gea. You've heard that. Get out of here. You know what I mean? A guy that's won 4 Player of the Years at Manchester United, Golden Glove. You're telling me Robert Sanchez is better than him? Please. I mean, Enrique picked him ahead of him at the World Cup. You know who our best player is. Your best player this year has probably been Conor Gallagher, Raheem Sterling, and maybe Silva. I don't know. They're still conceding a lot of goals. Reece James, I think, is actually your best player, but he's been injured and suspended. Cole Palmer's been good too. Yeah, he's been good too. Yeah, I agree. He's been good. But yeah, we'll touch on that. Tottenham flying. Let's get to some more results. Aston Villa Luton. Man, they're flying, aren't they? Unai Emery, I mean, the Arsenal fans hated him. He's got Aston Villa purring, man. I know it's Luton, but they're scoring 2+ every week. Doesn't matter who they're playing. They smash Brighton. Dude, Unai Emery, great managers, won Europa League 4 times. I said to Rob at the start of the year, my tip of the year was put your money on Villa to win the Conference League that they're in. I don't know if anyone followed me, but they're good. He's good. Watkins didn't score. They still won, which proves they got goals from everywhere. Diaby, Leon Bailey's flying. Yeah, Pau Torres at the back is good. They got World Cup winner in goals. Martinez, you know, who I don't think is the best keeper in the world, but is a good keeper. You know, good character. A player who's played 4 games is our best player is terrible. Oh, listen, that happened to us when Bruno Fernandes came to United. He played 1 game, he was our best player. So Emery has the players' respect, so they listen to him, and it's working. Yeah, I agree. And that's why Eric was good last year too, because he had the United players' respect. Agree, KP Villa, good Conference League bet. Yeah, 100%. I don't know. Now they're probably paying nothing, but at the time, who knows? But yeah, Villa absolutely flying. Listen, top 4-5 is going to be so tight this year because you'd imagine United come better, come good. They're from top 4 last year. You got City, Arsenal, Liverpool didn't make it last year. They're back. Newcastle, Man United, Tottenham, and Villa. You know, still got Chelsea. So Chelsea, you know, it could be in a world where Chelsea, United both don't make Europe. You got Brighton as well. Brighton, that's 8. Yeah, you know, crazy. The league is so tight. Yeah, that's why I said Brighton too. Rob said it too. Yeah, exactly. Like the top 10 is ridiculous. Is there a better top 10 than that in any other league? I doubt it. Highly doubt that. If you're counting the top 10 best teams in the Premier League, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, United, Brighton, Villa, Tottenham, Chelsea, and I don't know who else, But I can't, if that's just top of my head. I don't think there's a better top 10 league in the world. The top 5 is not going to change. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Like if Spurs lose Son and Maddison or something, and Maddison gets an injury every year, you don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's too, you could never make that call in 10 games in. Last year, everyone was saying United were going to finish 10th. And they went out of nowhere, won 10 games in a row, finished third. It's way too early for that. You're a Carlton fan. You can't make those calls. Last year, mid-year, everyone thought Carlton were going to finish 14th. They made finals because they went on a huge win. It was way too early. Way too early to say that. Bring up the results. Let's go. Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Listen, me and Rob said 3+ again on that one. We tipped it. It was going to be big. It was big. It was easy. That third goal, I don't know what the goalkeeper and the defender were doing. Darwin Núñez sets up the first goal, scores the second. Yeah, exactly. December, busy schedule with thin squads will be telling. When Tottenham have got to play Boxing Day, and then 2 days later, you get a day break. How are they going to cope with things like that? Like Villa as well. Villa's squad isn't like that. How are they going to cope with things like that? How's everyone going to cope with it? We know that in football, it's too early to tell in round 10. It's way too early, man. I remember days when Man United were 14 points behind Newcastle when we won the league. So, City did it to Arsenal last year. Everyone's like, Arsenal have won it. It's way too early. But yeah, Liverpool flying. Great result for GT and Reeves. They're back. I think once he sorts the midfield out properly, they're going to be real hard to beat. Klopp's got them going flying again. They're always behind him. Yeah, they're definitely back. That is for sure. Liverpool, big yes. Big yes. Absolutely, Chris. I'm with you on that. Big yes. But yeah, they're but they're a good team. Musiala on Liverpool. Apparently, I'll get this down. They reckon, who was it? Is it City? A bit closer, I think I heard, or someone else is a bit closer than Liverpool, and Liverpool fuming about it. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that'd be a massive grab. Anyone gets a massive coup. The other one, we won't talk about this long because it was so, Arsenal beat Sheffield United 5-0. Me and Rob said 4+ for that as well. So we got that right. Odegaard benched for Emil Smith-Rowe. You put your captain on the bench and still win 5-0. They're flying. Arteta's got them flying. And, Saudis want De Bruyne. They can have him now. Yeah, I'd cash in on him. You're getting 100 million for him or something. I'm definitely cashing in on that. But yeah, you can bench your captain. Give a player that hasn't had a start in 18 months, I think, a start because back from injuries and that, and win 5-0. That means you got your team. Excuse me. That means you got your team firing. They're all with each other. They're all on board. It's that's a luxury that Mikel Arteta, Arsenal are loving right now. It's really good for them, and it's good for the league. It's good for the league. Yeah, listen, they're making top 4. I think we could say that, but I don't know where. I'm not going to say what Johnny said, and it won't change. But yeah. They're definitely up there. They're definitely up there, that's for sure. Bournemouth, Burnley. Didn't watch much of it. I saw Burnley go 1-0 up. Burnley in trouble. Talked about that. Burnley in real trouble. Saliba, the unsung defensive hero. I don't think it's unsung so much now. He's getting a lot of praise. There was some guy the other day said he's the best 21-year-old defender the Premier League's ever seen. People like Rio Ferdinand might have something to say about that, but yeah, I don't know. He's definitely good. But yeah, so Burnley, they're in trouble. I said that to Rob. I think they're going down. Company's a bit too stubborn, doesn't want to change anything. You know, they're really struggling. Really struggling. There's games they need to win if they want to stay up. I didn't watch it, so I can't talk much about it. Next one, Wolves 2, Newcastle 2. These are the ones, one of these I wanted to touch on. So Wolves have drawn with Newcastle. They beat Man City. No one says a word. Man United beat Wolves, and we get drilled. That's the pressure I'm talking about. Johnny's still there compared to every other club. United beat Wolves and copped it for weeks about narrowly beating Wolves. City lost to them. Newcastle drew to them. No one's saying a word. So that's what I mean by the pressure levels. But Newcastle will be upset they're not getting a win against them, I think. Wolves on the up, they are looking good versus Newcastle. Yeah, they've looked good against everyone, Rob. Like I said, they beat you guys. They looked good against United. They beat Newcastle. I think they were good against Liverpool. They were unlucky. We watched it in a watch-along. Remember, they were real unlucky. They missed a sitter and then Liverpool went down and scored. It was, it's... But what I'm saying, I was just trying to put it in perspective about the pressure. United beat them and copped it more than these teams that are lost or draw to them. So, puts into perspective for you. But, yeah, great result for Wolves. Not so great for Newcastle. Hello, KP, my buddy. How are you and everyone? And Chris C. Hey, Ronaldo. How are you, man? The last one. Actually, second to last. West Ham losing at home to Everton. Did not pick that. I watched it. It was a pretty dire game, to be honest. But I think Everton deserved it, eh? Watching it back. Did Ronaldo block me? Why? Nah. Why would he have blocked you? Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, and they've lost Tonali now. They've lost Tonali now as well, Rob. He's out 8 months suspension because of this gambling thing, who they just, was their marquee signing. So we'll see where they go. Yeah, Everton deserve that win. Calvert-Lewin, if they can keep him fit and he's scoring goals, they probably survive, which is good. You don't want Everton to go down. I'll never block you. There you go. West Ham, Europe, tied. Yeah, exactly. And these teams that are not in Europe pouncing on that. But we will talk about the last game for Johnny. Doesn't want us to, but we will. I'll watch that. Chelsea, Brentford. I don't know. It's one step forward, 2 steps back for Chelsea. It's, 2 good results. They had a big win, draw against Arsenal where they should have won, and then go lose at home to Brentford. Like, that last goal. What? If you're telling your keeper to come up for the corner, like, put a guy there. Like, seriously. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was terrible. Ronald, who's your EPL team, GT says. Everyone blocks down. Well, if he can't see Ronald's message, he's probably blocked Ronald. Sounds different because Ronald can see his messages. So it seems like Dam's probably done something there. But I don't know. Yeah. Chelsea. They're, like I said, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It was pretty crap game, to be honest, as well. Brentford, we know, they did it against Man United. Went in. They counter. They got pace to counter. They do it. They do it good. When they get a lead, they defend. And they defend good. Yeah, never understand last-minute goalkeeper going forward. Yeah. It was stupid. But, again, that's another team. United beat them. And we copped it for beating them in the last minute. Chelsea lost to them. I'm not hearing nothing. Oh, Chelsea need time. Chelsea need time. Yeah, right. GT23, good question, but I don't know. Well, you don't support a team, Ronald. What are you talking about, man? You support Man United. You're Ronaldo. Man United. Done. That's it. Chelsea were not creative. Final third. Yeah. They were just getting it. It was, I don't know. They had nothing. It was weird. It was weird. But in doing that, that's the results. We'll get into the fixtures for a little bit before we go, guys. We start the week off. Fulham, Man United, Craven Cottage. Talk about that for a bit. Like I said, if Erik ten Hag wins, he's the quickest manager to 50 wins in Man United's Premier League history. So, He's obviously done something right in that time. I agree with Rob. I don't know about 3-0. I think United are going to win. Fulham got a good result against Brighton. Who knows? Damn, 4-0. Listen, I'm with Dan. 4-0. Yeah, I'll go 4-0. But yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. I'm going to tip United. I always tip United, as you guys know. Or I never go against my team. I just can't. Yeah, but big game. I think get it for Eric. My favourite team is Al Nassr, and my favourite goalkeeper is the one with the goalkeeper cup. There you go. Johnny says 0-0. I like that. I like everyone putting their results in. All right. Next one, Brentford West Ham. You know what? That's a real tough game to tip. Brentford are in a bit of form. West Ham, yeah, they're a bit leggy at their stadium. I'm going to go Brentford. Nah. Yeah, Man United to lose and meltdowns happening. Meltdown by me? I will melt down if they lose. You don't see me for 2 weeks if they lose that game. I'll just make Rob, if they lose, I'll just make Rob go live. I won't be anywhere to see. Brentford 2-1. Yeah, I'm going to go Brentford 2. I'm with Johnny on that. Brentford. All right, let's have a look here. Chris is laughing. Don't laugh at me, man. Burnley Palace. Listen, if Burnley want to stay up, they have to win this game at home. They have to get a win from somewhere. I actually think they could do it against Palace. It's one of the teams that they could do it at. Palace aren't that good. Then again, they won at Old Trafford this year, but United are crap. So, yeah, definite hiatus if we lose, man. You just see. I'll just put up this stick figure of me. But I'm inclined to go for Burnley. Yeah, I think they might do it. Another draw. Dan picks a draw. Johnny picks a draw. There you go. All right, let's bring up the next one. Everton Brighton. Do you know what? Everton spanked Brighton last year. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I don't know how. I think they beat them 5-0. And everyone, it was like the shock of the year. Like, I don't know how that happened. And Brighton got done 6-0 this year by Villa. You know what? So maybe they match up well against them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know where. They never scored 5 goals in their life. Rob said Everton as well. Exactly. So maybe they match up well against them. Who knows? Brighton could come and thump them. We don't know. Could be tight. They played well against Liverpool, Everton. They got a man down. They just lost. They beat West Ham. So maybe something's on the up for them. Yeah. Don't know. That's a real tough one. Brighton 2-0, Johnny says. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Listen, guys, if you're there, new, please like, share, subscribe. Get in on the chat. Ali, hey, brother, are you Ten Hag out? I'm not Ten Hag out, no. Nah, I'm more the players out and the board out than Ten Hag, to be honest, Alia. Talked about it already. Like, he wins this game against Fulham. He's the quickest manager to 50 wins in Man United's Premier League history. So, listen, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just concerned about European schedule with these smaller squads. Yeah, I agree. So it's good, you don't know about Brighton and that if they got a game in a week. Guys, get some merch. Christian, King of the North, and KP. KP, don't forget the merch and get some. Yeah, well done, Ronald. What a champion. Yeah, I don't want him out. It's the first time I was real upset the other night. I said this to John today. Where he said picking Johnny Evans and Lindelof ahead of Varane and Reguilon was tactics is beyond me. I don't actually believe him because I don't think you could do that. I don't know if you listen to Mark Golby, but his post-match reaction is my thoughts. Yeah, I listened to it. I did listen to it. Where he gives the player ratings. I listened to that earlier today. The one thing I don't like about what Mark said. Sorry, guys, we're off the fixture, the predictions, but he's trying to say that we don't have players to play out from the back. But my counter to that is Roberto De Zerbi's got Lewis Dunk and whoever knows else playing out from the back. A guy that was Sunderland's second choice keeper in Div 2 playing out from the back. And it doesn't work all the time, but he's got them doing it. So you telling me they're better than Varane, Onana, even Maguire? Like, they're not. They're just not. But they're doing what the coach has implemented. So merch is wild, GT says. Yeah, I know, I'm trying to say that, but yeah, okay. No, keep going, Ronald. You're a champion, man. No worries. But yeah, I'm not Eric Ten Hag out, but I think he's got to just... I said this before. Sorry, guys, because a Man United question came in. He's got to be like, listen, who's with me? And if he knows the players that are against him, get out. You're with the Rezzies. Yeah, Glazers have killed us. Yeah, I'm fuming too, man. They're parasites. And, Eric Ten Hag was the most sought-after manager in Europe 2 years ago. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but he was. Because, there was other managers that were non-attainable, like Guardiola, Klopp, etc. He was the next big thing. And, yeah, they've killed United, man. They've taken, like I said, the biggest sporting institution in the world and burnt it to the ground. Quite literally. The only worst thing they could do to Old Trafford is actually burn it. That's what they've done to us. So, yeah, it does upset me, and we'll get on to the next fixtures. So, nah. I vented it. I went on, I think the first 40 minutes I was going off. So, yeah, diehard quote. If you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. Absolutely. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think Eric Ten Hag needs to do that. Find the players that are not with him and put them in the Rezzies. Doesn't matter what happens. Who cares? You're going to get the sack anyway playing them. So put them there. That's it. Bro, this sucked keyboard. I need to get a new one. Get a new one, man. KP, you look up? I'm asking. Yeah. Always look up, bro. But yeah, we'll go into the... let's go into the fixtures again. Next one, Man City, Bournemouth. I don't know there. I'm going. I reckon 3-4-0. 4-0. It could be more. Could be. I'm going to go 4 plus for Man City. 4 plus, I'm going to say. Yeah. I think they'll spank them. 6-1. Yeah, listen, the funniest part about that is it's... Yeah, like even that 7-0. The funniest part about those predictions is they're not... I see them happening more than a 1-0. I see them scorelines more than a 1-2-3. 1-2 or 3-0. Absolutely. But yeah. Next one, Sheffield United Wolves. All right, man, it's hard tipping this week. Bayern scored 8. There you go. Sheffield United. The oldest club ground in the world. Wolves have got to go there. United 1-0, Dan says. Wolves 3-1, Rob says. That's a hard tip, eh? It's hard to do goalkeeper because I don't want to get hit by the head, but I have to use the gloves. Goalkeepers are crazy, man. Every goalkeeper's crazy. They're a weird bunch, and all of them are a little bit crazy, trust me. Yeah, he's decent, man, Gary O'Neill. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's a tough game. I'm going to say Wolves. 1-0. 1-0 Wolves. Young fella? Me? Young fella? Please. Oh, no, Gary O'Neill. Yeah, he is young fella. He is. He is young. Come on, I only looked young earlier. You know what I mean? Ali, I think Wolves have turned a corner. Yeah. Yeah, I think they have. Listen, like I said this before. Ali didn't hear me say it. United beat Wolves, and we copped more flack than City, who lost to Wolves, Newcastle, who just drew to them, and Liverpool, who had a tight win against them. Your spring chicken, bro. Prime time. Yeah, I've heard you're the spring chicken, man. What are you talking about? But yeah, like I said, so we'll go to the next ones. God save the King of the North. I love the merch. There you go. Well done, Ronald. God save him, mate. Big game. I know they're missing players now, but St. James Park, Newcastle. Arsenal. There's another big one, man. I don't know where to go there. Oh, Tonali's out 8 months. Listen, they beat PSG there. That's a tough one, man. I don't know where to go here. I'm going to go... I don't like tipping draws. I'd rather tip Newcastle than a draw. And it could just be because I hate Arsenal. But I hate Newcastle too, to be honest. Yeah, they do rarely lose at home, but they lost to Dortmund at home a week and a half ago. 1-0. So maybe that's a European game, a bit different. But yeah, they're tight there. 2-2 could be good. Yeah, my goalkeeper gloves is super, super wild. That's true. Arsenal 3-1. Dirty 30s now. They have Dragon. Well, did you only just hit 30 earlier? I'll be 40 soon, man. Dirty 30s. In saying that, I forgot to say happy birthday to our co-host, Johnny G. It's his birthday today. Big happy birthday to him. Big happy birthday out there to him. I forgot about that. Yeah, but yeah, big happy birthday. Put your love in the chat, guys. Happy birthday to him. We'll bring up the next one. Nottingham Forest Villa. Johnny G. Who? Johnny the Ledge. He's like a ledge. He just stands there. HFD guy. Yeah, Diego Maradona and George Best. Same day. Rest in peace. Yeah, both today. So funny, when I said George Best and Maradona, the two rock star footballers died on the same day, 10 years apart. To me, that's freaky. Happy Johnny G, we love you. You're the best YouTuber now. He's not as good as me, but he's close. Not as good as me and Chris. But yeah. What was that one that we put up? Sorry, Villa Forest. Villa gone to Forest. I think Villa 3-1. I'm going to say Villa 3-1. Go there 3-1. I think they'll do it. Not much really to say there. I think that, it's in the bag for them. Then again, it could be a banana skin. Who knows? Nottingham Forest, not always an easy place to go, but I think they'll win. Yeah, 3-1. Me and Rob on course there, damn. Villa's squad is, good manager too, man. We talked about it earlier. They're really good. I really like. I've got to hate them now because Man United legend is coaching Birmingham in Wayne Rooney, so we've got to go for Birmingham over Villa, but there's a lot of Cypriots in Birmingham, so... Chris C, did you left your keys? I left my keys at my wife's house. I'll go get them later. Yeah, on to the next game. Oh my gosh. Luton, Liverpool. I know it's at Kenilworth Road, but this could be another one like City. This could be anything. It doesn't... Listen, I want Luton to win. Absolutely want them to win, but I don't think they can score. They can't defend. I see this more going in the ways of 4-5 than 2-3 nils. You know what I mean? 11-0, Rob says. 4-1 pool. It could be something like that, damn. 4-1. They're going to kill him, I think, yeah. They're going to kill him. But into the last one. Spurs, Chelsea. Big game. Johnny Carlton before, Chelsea fan was saying that we're going to get thumped. He's saying by Tottenham. I don't think they are. They'll do better at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium than Stamford Bridge at the moment. They played well against Arsenal. They played really well the week before. I think they smashed Luton. They'll come out. Spurs will get thumped. Why would you say that? Poch knows Spurs players. Spurs 2-1. Ange is cool, but we need Chelsea to win. Listen, I think it's going to be tighter than everyone thinks. Like, Chelsea will go there and they'll do. Yeah, I don't know if they'll win. I don't know what I think that they'll get something from it. Sorry, I mean the opposite of that. What, Chelsea will get thumped, you reckon? I don't think it's going to be any thumping either way. And I think they'll do better there. Listen, I'll probably tip Tottenham, but we'll see. I might change that later on. I don't know. Rob's correct with 11-0 for Liverpool, GT says. But yeah, I think that game's going to be a lot tighter than everyone thinks. Like, Yeah, they didn't do good against Brentford, but Tottenham only just beat Brentford as well. First game of the season, they were losing to them. You know what I mean? You got to look at that. Brentford were beating Man United until the last minute and lost 2-1. Like, Brentford a good team. So, and they've won every time they've been to Stamford Bridge. He's the first manager to win his first 3 games at Stamford Bridge is Thomas Frank. So, I respect Chris for supporting Spurs. Enjoy this run. This is unusual. Yeah, well, listen. I said that to him in the Discord the other day. I said it's, you know, you might not be used to it as a Tottenham fan, like the people being against you and that, because they've never really been there. Like, it's, and like I said to Johnny earlier, he said, "Nah, look at what Maddison's doing there compared to United players. Playing good for Tottenham is completely different to playing good for Man United." And I've said it 3-4 times tonight, but performing at Tottenham, especially this year when they got no pressure on them, that's why they got Ange. Otherwise, they would have went and got another Conte or Mourinho or something. But there's no pressure on Ange until now that they're winning. Now they're winning, there's pressure. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like I said, performing there is completely different to performing for United and that. Poch did well, but bottled DNA. Yeah, I agree. Poch got Tottenham to a Champions League final, man. You know, like, let that sink in. This is the new norm. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Listen, they're going to do good. I think they're going to do good. But they're not going to stay at the top. They won't finish above City. Or Arsenal, I don't think. Interesting. Oh, listen. Didn't City play Postecoglou when he was at Celtic and annihilate them? Not last year, maybe the year before. Like, you know, it's dreams come true, Rob. They do. Damn it, flip. I left my car keys in my car. There you go, Ronald, with another great one. Left the car keys in the car. But Ali's cracking up laughing at Chris. Dreams come true. They do. They absolutely do. Listen. I said, it's, you know, everyone wants their teams to do good. They're doing good right now. They won't finish above City or Arsenal, I don't think. I don't think they'll finish above Liverpool. And you know what? Maybe they don't finish above Villa, Newcastle. Yeah, you got to see, like, it's 10 games in. I'd rather they finish above those teams because Ange is there. United can't win the league. I'd rather him win. But, yeah, I don't see them. Chris C is one of the lost boys from Neverland. All right, absolutely. But, yeah, in saying that, guys, thank you. Ronald's so mad at his car keys. My car keys so naughty. Thanks for coming, guys. If you're new, please like, share, subscribe. Join in all the videos. Me and Chris will be back live tomorrow. We'll be doing our Halloween watch-along of the Raka Raka movie that just came out. I keep forgetting the name of it, but we'll be live 8 p.m. tomorrow, same time as tonight, doing our watch-along. Then Wednesday or Thursday night, we'll be back for some HFD gaming. See about the weekend. Don't know. Damn, has to be Arsenal, undefeated. Oh, what's the best team record, win, loss, draw in a season? I don't think so, though, because they drew 12. Liverpool won the league, only lost 1 game. City won the league, only lost 1 game and like a couple draws. Arsenal's won 12 draws they had. Like, so what does that accumulate in points? 38 games, 12 draws. Yeah. Hey, KP, let's watch a scary... We're going to watch a scary movie tomorrow, man. See you, bro. Take care. See you, chat. See you, Alia. We're definitely watching a scary... Yeah, City, maybe the highest points, 100. It depends. I think it's all in context when you're thinking about that sort of thing. Like, when Man United won the treble, they lost 3 games. But they won a European Cup and an FA Cup. Like, Man City last year won a treble. Talk to me. That's the one. Talk to me. Ronald gets some KP, mates. I think it's hard to compare. You know, look at Mourinho's. I think Mourinho's one with Chelsea is one of the best. I don't think this record will ever be broken. They only conceded 15 goals. for the whole season. 38 games, 15 goals. That, you tell me, does that ever get defeated? Does that record ever get beaten? 15 goals. There's one with United with Van der Sar goals, Sir Alex Ferguson, 12 Premier League games in a row without conceding. Does that ever get beaten? I doubt it. Doubt that record ever gets touched. I think that was our 08 Champions League team. 12 games in a row without conceding. Yeah, Chelsea's only conceding 15 goals in a year. Yeah, and they scored 90 or something. Like that, it was ridiculous, bro. Like that team was, people forget Mourinho, mate. It was crazy. What about Chris C. Merch? I feel bad too, Chris C. Merch. Agreed them. Yeah, and like that one with United. Like 12 games in a row without conceding. Ridiculous. Like that's not, those two things are never getting touched, I don't think. I don't think anyone will touch them. Those records. Someone could go undefeated again, I don't know. You know, someone could get 100 points again. That's defense wins leagues. Exactly. But yes, in saying that, guys, we will see you tomorrow with the Talk to Me Watch Along. Dan put it there. Me and Chris C talk to me. Chris C is going to be scared. As you guys know, he freaks out to eat his salt and vinegar chips just to put on a show. It's been good. Next week will probably be me and Rob again. Yeah, but tomorrow, me and Chris. Wednesday or Thursday gaming. Yeah, take care, everyone. See you tomorrow. I can't stop. Ciao all. Yeah, so there is a lot of shows coming up this week. If you're new, please like, share, subscribe. See you on the next one, guys. This time next week, we'll be talking about a Manchester United win. I'm sure about that. Thanks for coming in, guys. Take it easy.